from Rabbi Wernick. Rabbi Wernick said you have to speak very short. In fact, there was one speaker who got up to speak, a rabbi in his shul, and he told the island, he said, I want you to know that if I put you to sleep, don't worry. Before I tiptoe out of the room, I'll wake you all up. Don't worry, don't worry. Anyhow, I won't put you to sleep because I'm going to speak very short. Kairach, how do we understand this person, Kairach? We've been talking tonight. Wie soll versteht man also a Mensch, a Kairach, but he was, maybe he was I have a feeling he was a Chacham also. But how do we understand such a person? So it's interesting. Our Mashgiach, Zichron Levracha, Rav Feldman, he understood this very well. He related it to every one of his Talmidim. He said, a gewaldige word. He said, Jeder einer, every one of us, we have the attitude, we are matching ourselves. Everything that we do is correct. And we look, we bring riots, we take out the Shulchan Aruch, we take, and we find that everything that, I'm correct, I'm right. To the point that Amol, wenn ich bin ungerecht, ich bin nicht gerecht. I'm always right. And this is, the truth is, this is a little bit the arbit of a mashkiach, because a mashkiach has to deal with Talmidim who all think that they're right. And the mashkiach's attitude was, you know what? You're not right. I remember incidents that happened in yeshiva where the mashkiach had to deal with. And he did it avada with chokhmah. But he wanted us, we had to understand that there was someone up there who was in charge. And that was the mashkiach. The Indian that from Kairach came the Indian of the Chavdalid Matnas Kahuna. Rashi brings it. The Matnas Kahuna, one of them is what? The Indian that the Kayin gets to be paida. He gets to be paida. Paida, the Adam, Behema, the pigeon comes. What is the pigeon? The pigeon is with that is first, with the Bechar. So I saw, which will connect to it and it will mamish close it up. I saw from the Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Lubavitcher Rebbe says this Indian of first is an Indian of early, something that is done very early, which means the first thing that you do. When do you do the first thing? In the morning. Sagt der Rebbe, jede Sache, was ein Mensch darf tun, darf es tun, was früher, was besser. The earlier that a person does something, that's the Indian, we daven earlier, one day a week we don't daven early, the whole Indian way on Shabbos differently, but everything we do, we try to do early. And the truth is, if you do it early, der Kopf arbeitet asach besser, in the free, bisa arbeitet später. Your mind is clear in the morning. You have a whole rest overnight. But it's everything we do. We should be the ones, mamish, if we have a muchama, we'll need a menal of the Bezdin to put the Bezdin together. Why? Because no, I want to do the mitzvah. That should be our chesed mishpat fight. That ich will is, no, as of that will is done. Because everyone is doing something early and they all are mamish running to do a mitzvah and avada. If we join together and we can do it, we can join together with everything that we've heard a number of appeals tonight. The Igud, I want to be honest, Igud needs money. Let's be honest, we need money. Now maybe all the money is not in this room, but you know there's a cloud, Chavre Islam, and the word gets out. So I'm telling you, it's the kind of appeal I make in my shul. I always tell them, I say, listen, we're not calling out numbers, but if you know people besides yourselves who want to give, get them to give. It's a good cause. The Shtadlonis of the Igud, we're joining now, you see we're joining on this particular matter with the Aguda, but we're basically parteiish. we're with, literally, I was joking before, I said, wir sind Azayum Parteiisch, we encompass from bells to tells. I mean, that's what I told Rabbi Yamin. So that's the way we are. And in Yetz Hashem, the Rabbanu Shalom will see all of the good things we're doing, and the Rabbanu Shalom will give us great hatzlacha and bring the Geula Shleima of the Korah. Amen.
Great pleasure to call upon the Presidium Chairman, Rabbi Hecht, to address the take a picture of the Hecht.
With your kind permission, the Nishei, the distinguished Nishei that are here tonight, to the greater family of Josefi, Reb Nachum Tzvi, cousin, Mr. Carter, and everyone else that sponsored this evening, we thank you on behalf of the Yid Rabbi. When you mention the name Reb Nachum Tzvi, what do you think of? Those of us who study Gemara, we think of Nachum Ish Gamzu. Nachum, Reb Nachum Josefi was, first of all, Nichol. He would bring you comfort. He was an Ish, Ish Moshe, Anav Ma'id. Gamzu. He always wanted to get another person involved to do something good. That's who he was, and that's his legacy. Nussi, keep it up. My dear friends, thinking about what should I speak about this evening, you are great Rabbanim, you are great Talmidei Chachamim. Many of you actually lead in congregations or institutions. I was thinking of the psukim that we say, Mi ha'isha chafetz chayim, oyev yamim liris torim, l'tzor l'sheimcha meira, usfasecha midah v'mirma. David HaMelech continues and he says, Sur meira v'asei torim. So first we're going to go to Sur meira. Question. Where do you see that the number 21 equals 0? Or the number 20 should equal 0. All of America saw it last week. 20 people, men and women, running to be the President of the United States. And not one of them saw it fit to mention HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Not one of them mentioned the word God, in a sense that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a foundation of this country. When does 20 equal 0? 20 equals 0 when you have 20 people who don't have the basic understanding of what this country is all about. And as Rabbanim, we have to teach it to our people that America is based upon the principle, in God we trust. And in case you have a question, it's printed on the money. And that's on the money. Whoever heard 20 people of every race and every definition of people that are saying that they're minorities, they are from this group, they're from that group, playing the identity politics. But the most important identity politic of America is, in God we trust. Sumera. What are they talking about? Global warming. What can they do for global warming or global change? 0. HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, don't worry, I'll keep the world going if you keep the Yesodis, the foundation of what it's supposed to be. Who ever heard of such a thing? America is going to be celebrating July 4th. You would think that they would mention that the freedoms that we all have, Baruch Hashem. that there's so many good things that we could do. But this is the same group of people who are looking to put their stamp of disapproval on our yeshivas and day schools, as you just heard. These are the very same people who want to destroy every yesod which makes a strong community. They are a people who want to bring tzibur only the rishots or rishis. They don't want to hear about tzaddikim and beinim. They only want to have the reish of tzibur. That's the way that tzibur should be. No, my friends. There's a famous word that was said by Martin Luther King, the great emancipator for the African Americans. He said, "I know what my enemies say, and I don't care. What bothers me is the silence of our friends." Inga the Rabbanim, July 4th weekend, to come out with a kol kaira in every shul. No, there is no such thing as a pride month. A month of Rahman al-Islam, taking the yesodis of marriage, and the yesodis of Ish, and the yesod of Isha, the yesod of Mishpacha, the yesod of all the contributions that America is built upon, and to destroy them, and to bend them into a pretzel, and to make them, and call it pride. This is pride? This is what we need to spend a month on in America? Yes, we will not discriminate. But we do not have to embrace to the point to say, this is who we are looking up to. There's a pasuk by Yigba Liboy, B'dachei Hashem. That's the Vayigba Liboy, not the Vayigba Liboy that they're trying to bring and foist upon us. Now let's go to the Vasei Toy. This past week in the UN, Rabbi Yisrael Goldstein, the Chabad Shliach in Poway, he spoke. First of all, he was Mekadosh Shem Shemayim every day since that terrible tragedy of Achron Shel Pesach. We needed a spokesman for Klal Yisrael, he's a very good spokesman. He looks like a rabbi, he speaks like a rabbi, and he walks the walk of Torah and mitzvahs. That is a person who is Mekadosh Shem Shemayim. So in the UN, he spoke about a moment of silence that we have to start working on again, and the Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. If you know about the Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach, you will not have a month of pride, which is directed on opposite of Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. B'nai Noach are mitzvah, they are commanded on this issue. Rahmanu Litzlan. So Vasei Toy, each and every one of us has to be machazak their community and their shul people and tell them America is great and America is good and America celebrate July 4th and we should celebrate July 4th and give Haidah v'shevach la'HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Because we have such freedom to study Torah, to do mitzvahs, to do good, to help our communities, not only the Jewish community, but also the general community. There's very little input coming from our community into the outside community. We have to now go on a Melchemes Tenufa. Leisenberger Rebbe, Zeichet Tzadik HaKadosh L'Bracha, once said, when he saw the mitzvahim that the Rebbe is doing, it's a tefillin, it's a mezuzah, es hat noch amal sein, as wird reden wegen Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. The Tzadik sees the future, and he was right. I want to share something that has to do with the Hebrew. In Tavshin Mem Zayin, in 1987, when my father, Alav HaShalom, went by the Rebbe to receive, either was a dalah or it was to receive lekach before Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur, the Rebbe said to him, when I spoke about Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach at the Farbrengen, and that it should be spoken about in the UN, I meant you. And many more details to this. Because it can be broadcast, I can't give over the other details. Very, very fantastic. So much so, are we obligated to talk about Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach? You take an Uber ride, or you meet a teacher in your school, or you meet someone who is not of the Jewish faith. You should say, Baruch Hashem, thank God, Shem Shamayim Shoga Al Piyam, like Avraham Avinu, and talk about what's going on, and talk about Eretz Yisrael. We can have influence. Va'asei toiv. The pasuk ends about tzaddikim. This Shabbos is going to be the 25th Yom Hilulah of the Rebbe. Today, by the way, is the day Chav Ches Sivan is when he and his Rebbetzin came to America. At that time in Tafshan Aleph. Divrei Tzadikim, all the Tzadikim, Kayomim La'ad. We need to start working not only in the community that we are in. The Rabbi said we need to gather together. Igud, when you have an Igud, you're strong. Speak in the name of many hundreds of Rabbanim, good people, and get the message out. I propose today that we start working on Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach. I know we're very focused on helping Eretz Yisrael to be strong and secure. But what's the use of working to help Eretz Yisrael to be strong and secure when the Yesodis of American society are being destroyed before our very eyes? No, the cow is not out of the barn yet, but it's just about. And so each and every one of us has a chayv kodesh to speak about these things, to write about these things, about Yesodis. Let me conclude with a word from the Zohar, which I think you will appreciate very quickly. The word Amalek is spelled how? Ayin, Mem, Lamed, Kuf. Bilam, soon going to be on our radar. Beis, Lamed, Ayin, Mem. Says the Zohar Kodesh that Balak and Bilam, their letters create the word Amalek. And the leftover letters spell Bavel. And this whole thing about global warming and global change, everybody's worried about this. This is the same story of Migdal Bavel. Like Rashi brings down that every 1,500 and something years, the Shamayim comes down and we have to build the Yesod to keep the Shamayim up. This whole idea of worrying about the atmosphere and worrying about the earth is all a contrived narishkeit and a re-ignition of the people of Babel who fought against HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Amalek is made up of Balak and Bilam. Ba'asei toim. Let's work on what we need to do, and thank you for listening. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will crown our efforts with great success. I just want to conclude something about Rosh Chodesh Sivan that didn't happen. I want to give a hisnachzos. It says in the Gemara in Shabbos, Kula Alma Maida, that Klal Yisrael came to Har Sinai on Rosh Chodesh. So there was nothing told to them that they were tight. It seems to me that Rosh Chodesh Sivan this year, a lot of people were tired. But the Eibishter will help them. That as soon as Rosh Chodesh should happen, Midei Chodesh B'Chadshah, Midei Shabbos B'Shabbatah, without any hefsek, and we should be zeichus to Mashiach very, very soon.
A second. The group picture, then we'll bench. The group picture, then we'll bench.